come on with us and they're just not sure where to start. They're not sure where to go. And that's one of the big things that we are focused on right now here on the back end at Apex, is trying to simplify some things, trying to scale down a few things, and try to make some paths of where you got to go very easy. And if any of y'all were on our website today, you saw on the homepage that we made some changes there on the homepage, and we streamlined a few things. I'll show you that here in a moment. But a lot of people start off saying, I don't know where to start. And I went to the the training video section, and I see you've got 12 different training courses. So I'm in the process of watching all of them. Okay, and you don't need to do that. That is probably the biggest mistake that you can make with Apex, is to think that you need to go through and watch every single one of those training courses. Yes, we harp on you to watch the training courses, but we do not mean go through and watch every single one of them, because those are all different systems. They're all different sets of rules. They're different instruments to trade. That's totally different indicators, different chart templates, and there's no reason, no need to do all that. And some people think I have to know everything in order to do anything, and that is not the case. Or I've seen, not just our newbies, but people have been with us for months, and it's like, how's your trading going? Well, I haven't really traded yet. Oh, okay. Are you still demo trading? Well, I haven't even really demo traded yet. I'm still making my way through all of your courses, trying to read every single post in your forum, and trying to watch every single webinar y'all have ever made, because I want to get this down, okay? And that is just absolutely the worst thing you can do. And that is going to confuse you, that is going to get you off track, and that is going to delay what you need to be doing, okay? Just like anything else, learning to trade, getting your trading career going, and utilizing the information and education at Apex is it's just like, think of it as your 4 years of high school or your 4 years of college or whatever it is. And I'm in no way saying it takes 4 years. You can get up and going. But you take different classes each year, each semester. You don't do all of them at once. You start somewhere and you build. And we're going to talk about some of those things today, and making sure that everybody understands where to start and where to focus to make the most of it, and then how to build on from there. And we're going to spend a lot of time. Some of you have heard me do this webinar before, or Daryl do this webinar before, where we talk about the 4 different personalities of traders. And we kind of compare it to, an analogy of the animal kingdom, and how different traders have different characteristics and personalities. And it's not a slam to anyone. It's, not a judgmental thing. It's to help you understand some of these personalities and be able to identify yours, help to be able to identify weaknesses, okay, and how you can change them and get off a wrong path or a bad path, get on a good one, okay? So we're going to talk about some of that. Okay, some updates. Like I said, if you have been on the website since last night, you've seen that the front page of the website is much cleaner now and a lot less busy. You'll also see that we have changed some of the tabs up on top for new people to access the elite membership. Right here, to enter the elite room, how to enter the room, get any support if you're having trouble to the room. Here's the binary chat room, or the Nadex trading pit, how to get support, and then some old webinars. Easy cheesy right there. Start elite education, okay? Very easy. The first one right here, if you want to get set up with NinjaTrader and get free NinjaTrader and data and all that, right there, okay? iZone Sharpshooter course, intro to various markets, letting you understand the difference of stocks, futures, stuff like that. Additional education. Some of you have submitted tickets to the help desk saying, hey, I see you changed the layout. Great, but where do I find some of those courses that used to be under a different tab? That's right here. Additional, main one right here highlighted is iZone Sharpshooter, okay? We're going to talk a lot about that and why you should start there. Additional education right here, C's, I'm going to add those on, Apex indicators, some webinars, and then right here. Other courses, those are all right here. The Apex, pattern, all the butterfly and boomerang and sharpshooter and all the 5-minute binder, it's all right there, okay? And right here, access the free tools. That's where we now have the scanner, the deviations, which are free, the news trading plan. And another thing is some people, especially newbies, didn't always know where the help desk was. We'd say, hey, if you have questions or you need to go to the help desk. Well, it was under the questions tab and third one down, you go here. Or where's the forum? We put it right here, help desk and forum. Hey, I need help with something. Bam, right there, submit a ticket. Hey, I need to look that up in the form. It's right there. And then your profile and subscriptions, your exact membership info there, and log out. Very simple, a lot simpler to use. And this is just half of step one here. We've got a lot of stuff in the works that we're going to be doing to streamline training, a flow path, training courses. We actually are even working on a brand new, completely redone website. So everything is right there. Okay. Let's see here. David, I'm ready for the information that will rocket my trading behind the sky. I love the webinar you made last Saturday. Awesome, David. I'm glad that helped you there. Let me show some people that. I think most of you know where it's at, but if you go here to the forum, or you can access it two ways. I'm going to show you something here. If you're in the forum, you go to Trading Question Forum, and you'll just go down to the bottom under Watch Webinars here, and I've got it right here under Newest Webinars. Okay, right here, Special Trial Introducing the All-New Sharpshooter System. Okay, so if any of you want to watch that, also I put it, I believe, let me make sure. Right here under Elite Education Getting Start or iZone Sharpshooter course. When you click that and it takes you to the forum page, yes, I made it the very, very first video in here. As most of you know, when you've been to this page before, we have all the broken down training videos for iZone Sharpshooter. We got the intro and the different bars and setting up charts. These are kind of the broken down step-by-step videos that you can go in and watch. All right, but this webinar that I did last Thursday and last Saturday, it's kind of a quick start video. If you're not familiar with iZone Sharpshooter, you literally could watch this one training video and this one webinar, and you should be able to get up and go and demo trading it. Yes, you can go back and you can watch that separate video on entries and exits and all that. But that video alone right there, quick start up and going, will get you up and going. It explains the indicators, the template, entry and exit, do's and don'ts. It's very, very simple. You could watch one and get up and going. Okay, so if you haven't watched that, make sure to watch it. Not only does it kind of simplify everything all into one, but it does show you the new Trendar edition as well. Okay. Also, most of you are aware, but if you're in the toolkit and you're using iZone Sharpshooter, most of you know now if you want to go and open a new chart, all right, let's just say you're going to open up ES, for example. You'll want to, fix your continuum bars to the right size. But then right here under templates, we now have a new template right here. It's called the iZone Sharpshooter Beginner Template. Okay. I think most of you have seen that, or maybe you've seen them in the rooms, but it's a much, much smoother and much cleaner template for the iZone Sharpshooter. We've removed some of the extra stuff, some of the things that's not necessary or not needed, especially if you're new. It really, really cleans it up. It's a lot simpler to use. I know I've gotten some great feedback on it from you guys. You guys were just loving the new template. Really simplified everything, and I kind of show off this new template on that webinar there if you guys want to check it out. So that's all right there and ready for you. Okay. So also this coming Monday is Martin Luther King Day. Just so that you know, certain markets will be closed. If you're on the Apex website, and you go here to the weekly webinar calendar, we have Tony pop this in there. Right here, you'll see the Nadex holiday schedule for the week, showing you that. I believe Nadex will be closed until 6 o'clock that night, I believe. Also, he was putting in here, let's see here, some of the other U.S. markets will be closed as well. We'll make sure all that gets updated. It might all be in here in one. Okay, that's the Nadex schedule, and we'll get the the other U.S. markets open as well. So just be aware, holiday coming up Monday. Apex, we will be open. The help desk will be open here until 1 p.m. Okay, so we will be open that first part of the day. Also, radio shows. The radio show schedule has changed a little bit. We don't have the shows on Wednesday and Thursday afternoon anymore. Daryl is still doing the Friday morning Bull Bear Hour with Tommy O'Brien, and also doing that on Mondays as well. So for those of you that weren't aware of the new schedule, just wanted to point that out to you also. Okay, so a couple of changes there, a couple updates. Also a new toolkit. There's been a couple additions to the toolkit and some upgrades to the toolkit and to the templates. Okay, if you've already upgraded this week, if you've upgraded since, let's say, Monday morning, you should be good. If you have not updated since Monday morning, go ahead and do that just as soon as we get off here. Okay. Tony says that Nadex hasn't released their official schedule. They'll get it released tomorrow, and we'll get it on the calendar. That's why he just kind of put a heads up notice there for you, let you know there will be some variations in their schedule due to the holiday, but the exact timing and expirations of different contracts, he will get that out there as soon as they update it. So if you have not updated your toolkit since Monday morning, go ahead and update that right away, right now, or as soon as we get off this webinar, just to make sure that your charts and your templates are matching everyone else's and what you're seeing in the rooms. Some of you have been asking about Alchemy. We will let you know when Alchemy is ready to be released. We are still working on that and still working out a few kinks and a few additions and some stuff with the market analyzers. And I know some of you are very eager for that. You've seen some of the posts in the forum about it, and we will get that out to you. For any of you that are trying to use that right now, I guarantee you're using it wrong, because the rules aren't, it's not quite ready to release. What you should be doing right now is focusing on what we've just released, which is iZone Sharpshooter with the Trendar. If you're seeing the updates in the room or in the forum or on Facebook, you'll see that it's totally rocking. And we are working on Alchemy. We will keep you updated on it and let you know. You'll know when it's released. Some people are asking me, hey, is it out yet? When is it coming? You'll know when it's out, trust me. Everybody will know it. It'll be in the rooms. But be patient there with us and hold on and use what you got, because it is rocking. So like I said, we've got a lot of newbies, and we're going to jump into how to make the most and some do's and don'ts. And like I said, we'll talk about some trading personalities, some mistakes for newbies, and some tips for long-term success. So let's kind of start from scratch here, as if you're brand new. Let's talk about some top mistakes that traders make. Okay, and I want to kind of hammer home this concept to you. Is trading is not a hobby. Trading is not just something you do for fun here or there. If you're treating it like a hobby, you're not trading. If you're not taking it seriously, you're not trading. You're just gambling. All right, you're just in it to press some buttons, have some fun, get the blood flowing a little bit, throwing your money out there. Go to Vegas. You're gonna have a lot more fun. You're gonna get free drinks while you gamble, and that's all you're doing. You're just gambling. You're not trading. Okay, trading is a career. It's a way of life, and it's something that you have to take time to learn. You have to take time to invest in yourself and to invest in your education. And if you think about whatever career you're in now, if you have a day job, how much time have you put into that career? Where did you start at the bottom and work your way up? How many years have you spent in that company or that industry? How many years did you spend in college? Think about doctors and lawyers. Okay, when we think of doctors and lawyers, we think of some of the higher paid careers in the country. And a career in trading can be just as rewarding or more than even somebody in the legal or medical profession. But what do they put into it? They put in years and years of college and graduate school and med school, law school. I mean, for them to make that kind of money, to have that type of, position and stature in the business world, they have put in years and years and years of their life, sacrificing time of their life. And a lot of them come out of school with, you know, 5 and 6 figure student loans to pay off. They really invest their life into their career. And if you're going to take trading seriously and it's something you really want to do, and Jim says lawyers be 7 years, medical doctors 9 to 15 years of education. Yeah, Jim, especially if they go into like a specified field or whatever, I mean, they can spend so many years of their life, especially with a specialty field. And, it's just funny how we see new traders all the time that have it in their head that I want to quit my job. I don't want to work anymore. I want to work from home. I want to trade. And that's great. That's what we all want. But they don't want to put any time into it. I want that, but I don't want to invest any time. I don't want to pay for education. I don't want to pay monthly fees to get educated and learn unless I'm making something. I don't want to take the time to watch a video. I just want to open a chart and start pressing a button. I mean, is that even logical? I mean, when you step back and think about it, does that make any type of sense at all? No, it absolutely doesn't. And, people think about trading of what can I make in the next 12 minutes? What can I make in the next 12 days, 12 weeks? And you really should be looking at, well, where do I want to be in 12 months? If I hop into this and don't know what I'm doing and don't listen and don't learn and I blow all my money, will I even be trading in 12 months? And you have to have a little bit longer term, mindset about it and not cut corners. Don't cut corners on your strategies, your systems. Don't be using some random online charts you found. You want to make sure you have live charts and live data feed. You have demo accounts, use them. Don't jump in from day one trading your live money and pressing buttons. Use your demo account. Use your demo money while you're learning, while you're mastering your strategies and your systems, okay? Take advantage of this free education. At Apex, we literally, yes, we have those hundreds of hours of education. Again, I'm not telling you to watch all those to start with, but you have free education. Why are you not taking advantage of it? Okay, I heard a quote once, the longest distance to a destination is a shortcut. And that's true with so many things in life, but particularly when it comes to trading. So that's the first thing I want to kind of hammer home to you is take the time to invest in yourself, invest in education, have long-term goals. Why did you get into trading? Are you doing it because you want to get out of your job, or you want to have more time or more time with your family? Is it financial? What is your goal? Why did you do this? Know what your goal is. Have a long-term plan. Have good risk management. Also, only trading with risk capital. Here's a big one. Don't be trading with your monthly rent. Don't be trading with your mortgage payment. Don't be trading with the kids' college fund. You're trading with extra money with risk capital. Otherwise, you're going to be making very emotional decisions out of it. You're not going to have a plan and stick to it. Your emotions are going to take over because you, quote unquote, have to make money. You have to trade. You have to win a trade to survive. And when you're putting emotion and need and desperation into trading like that, I can guarantee you it's not going to work for you. Okay, because it takes away your sense of focus and your sense of following the rules, and you don't do what you're supposed to be doing. And you don't take the time to learn. You don't take the time to figure it out in demo. You're going straight to live because you absolutely have to make money to make it. And you will not be following rules or making good decisions. Don't be impatient. Don't jump in without training. It's one of the biggest reasons most traders fail. They jump in too fast, lack of education, and definitely poor risk management. They have a bad trading mentality. They risk too much. They don't follow the rules. Okay? Like I said, trading live too soon without learning and demo, being desperate to take a bunch of trades, so monitoring too many instruments, and being on their own, no social interaction. Okay, and that's one of the big benefits of the Apex community. We've got over 16,000 members. We've got the forum, we've got the help desk, we've got the live trade rooms, we've got webinars. You know, with trading, you're not on your own there. Okay. Another big thing I talked about, and we're going to talk about more, jumping between systems and being completely inconsistent. Okay. And not using good charts, live data. We show you exactly where to get free live data, where to get good charts. I showed you that quickly earlier here. If you're on the Apex website, right here under Elite Education is the very first one. Getting started and set up with Apex and NinjaTrader. Walks you through downloading NinjaTrader for free, getting free futures data, free Forex data, getting the toolkit set up. Everything's just, it's right there. Okay? It's all right there for you. So, thinking you know it all and not wanting to improve, not really reading the markets and over time understanding how the markets work, not knowing where to stop for the day. You're down, so you keep trading and trading and trading to get yourself back up, and you're again trading with a bad mentality. You're trading out of desperation or need to make back losses, or the opposite of you're not willing to take a loss and you stay in a trade too long. Oh, that trade's going against me, but I don't want to close it out because then I'll be down. So I'm just going to wait and see if it comes back. And it just keeps going down and down and down. Or when your trade is way up and you're greedy, you don't want to take your profits. You've got to follow good rules, good risk management, follow a system. So like I said, take the time to learn. Trading's about 12 months, not 12 days. It's about surviving. It's about still being trading in 12 months. Trade with risk capital, not your risk money. Don't trade out of need. Socialize, ask questions, and keep a trade journal. All right? When you're trading, keep a trade journal each day. How did my trades go? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Hey, why did I have kind of a rough day today and trades not quite go my way? Oh, there was news today. I didn't pay attention to the calendar and see if there was any big news events coming out that might affect the market. Okay, start tracking that. How did my trading go during this particular news announcement day? I like that. I want to trade that news announcement every time. Hey, these days with this news announcement don't go well for me. I'm not going to trade that day, or I'm going to trade differently that day. Look into what did I do right? What did I do wrong? Make sure you have a good strategy, understand it, have the right account size to trade it and to be able to handle the risk involved in that, and have more than one play in your playbook. Okay, so let's talk a little bit here. The battle. We can go all day long, and I can sit here all day long and talk to you about strategies, systems. We can go through the exact entry rules of iZone sharpshooter and when to enter. That's not what we're doing here today. Okay, we have all that. All of that is in the forum. All that's in the training. All that's there for you. Okay. What we want to talk about is the real issue, because no matter how good a strategy or system is, it all boils down to you. Some people say when it comes to the world of trading that it's all about the battle of the bulls and the bears. You know, how many bulls and bears are in the market? How many people are buying? How many people are selling? That's what the real battle is. In reality, though, for you, the real battle is you. You might have the perfect system or strategy, but you still have to be disciplined enough to follow it. Okay? You can watch any system you want. You can watch any webinar, any video, any online training, any online sales pitch of how great a system is. But if you don't follow it, it's not great. It's only good if you follow it. You might have a system that's, oh, this system wins 8 out of 10 times, so it has an 80% win rate. Well, yeah, but when you don't follow the system 50% of the time, are you going to have an 80% win rate? No, of course not. So really the real battle comes down to you. You've got to be disciplined enough to follow it, and you have to have an honest estimation of yourself. And that's what we're going to talk about here over the next 20 or 30 minutes is how to analyze yourself. We're going to look at a few different trading personalities so you can see which one you are and know what you need to do to become what you want to be. You cannot control the outcome of a trade. None of us know when we press that button to enter a trade, we cannot control the outcome of it. Is the market going up? Is the market going down? Is the market going to go flat? Is it going to chop on us and kick us out? We can't control the outcome, but we can control us ever getting in that trade. That's what we do have control of. All right. We can control when we sit down to trade. We can control if we actually press a button to get in a trade. We can control, are we pushing that trade? Are we, stretching that trade? Are we getting in too early? Are we following our system rules? Are we making sure the rules are being met? Do we see everything come together and line up perfectly and the rules are being met? So we respond to those things happening. We respond to the entry rules being met, and what's our response is we enter. Or are we reacting? There's a difference of responding and reacting. Are we responding to everything lining up perfectly? Or are we, when we sit down to trade, we're reacting to the fact that our previous trade lost, and now I'm desperate, and now I'm desperate to get into a winning trade, so I'm reacting to a possible setup where, hey, 4 out of the 5 rules lined up, and because I'm mentally, emotionally reacting to a loss, I'm going to try to get in early to this trade to maybe catch a few more ticks to help make up for that loss. Am I responding or am I reacting? All right, am I pushing a trade? Am I having bad risk management? Those are the things that you can control. You can't control the outcome. You cannot control whether that trade will win or lose, will the market go up or down. We don't control that. But we can't control that final end result, but we can control the first few steps. Okay, and that's what it's all about. And again, I'm going to harp on this again of taking the time to learn. Taking the time to learn your system, learn the rules, learn the entries and exits, make sure you have it down, demo trade it. Once you've got it in demo, you're consistently profitable in demo. Every day, every week, you see your demo balance going up, you've got it. When you find yourself seeing the trades come together, seeing the rules line up, you're not having to question it, you're not having to think about it, you're not having to double and triple and quadruple check it. You see it, you know it, you press the button, you've got confidence, you're being profitable in demo, then that's when you move over to trading it live. And you have to make sure, this is a big thing, a lot of people when they're trading in demo, they're like, oh, I was doing great in demo. I got this. Well, do you really have this? Or were you just kind of pressing buttons because it's demo money, it's not really real, so whatever. Okay? And then when they go over to live trading, they find themselves, ooh, I'm hesitant to press the button because it's my real money now. And okay, so the entry set up, there we go. But I want to wait for it to go a few more ticks before I enter. And a few more. Okay, yeah, now the market's going up. Now I'll get in. And all of a sudden you're getting in 10 ticks later than you would have in demo, and then you're not making money or not making as much money or not doing as well. And you're like, well, I'm doing the same thing. I'm waiting for the same setups. But yeah, are you getting in at the same time? Are you trading the same way live that you were in demo? Okay. And that's a big, big thing I've seen quite a bit because it can mess with you mentally and psychologically when you change over to live. And you want to make sure to take the time, learn it, master it, educate yourself. Because again, if you want trading to be your career, then you need to take that time. If you want to put your financial future, your family's future, your life into trading, take the time to do it. You know, we talked a minute ago about doctors and lawyers. Well, what about pilots? What about airline pilots? Okay, do you want to hop on? If you got to travel out of town, we just got past the holidays here. If you had to travel out of town, do you want to hop on an airplane and trust the pilot to fly you to another state or city, wherever you're going, where that pilot has never even been in a simulator. He read some manuals and watched some videos, but he's never even practiced. No, of course not. None of us are going to do that. All right? If you have a health issue, you need a medical procedure done, are you going to go to a doctor that's fresh out of medical school, read some books and watched a video, but has never performed one surgery in his life or assisted in a surgery in his life? No, of course not. It doesn't make any sense. But so if you wouldn't put your life or livelihood in the hands of someone like that without any experience, why are you doing it to yourself? It's just ridiculous. You can't just throw live money out there, watch half of a video and start trading. Learn it, educate yourself, practice it in demo, and move up. Okay? Yeah, Jim says, well, you might get a discount from that first-time operation by a brain surgeon. Yeah, you might. And that might be the last discounts you ever get, right, Jim? Exactly. So take the time there. Okay, let's do a little bit of self-analyzation here. Let's talk about some trading personalities, all right? We're going to define some of these. There's several of them. Some of them are mixed up. Some of them might overlap a little bit here, but it's going to help a little bit identify which one you are and which one you want to be, and help you do some self-analysis. That's important. Every day, every trade, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What personality did I express during this trade? Okay, see that, I recognize it. Now I need to change it and learn from it, grow from it. And what can I do different next time? And like I said, might seem a little cheesy here to you, but we've kind of equated or give you an analogy here of these different personalities, and we're kind of equate them to the animal world a little bit here. Okay, and I think this is going to make sense. Pay attention as we go through each one of these, see which one you are. All right, let's talk about it. So first of all, we got the sheep. All right, we got the sheep trader. Sheep trader is just lost. They are all over the place. They do a lot of demo trading, which is good, but they don't have a lot of focus. All right, and I can recognize these people pretty easy. These are the people that, they've been with us for like 3 or 4 months, and they ask a question in the forum or something, and I was like, okay, well, how's trading going for you? Well, I haven't traded yet. I've just spent the last few months just testing and back testing. I'm mainly just back testing, and I'm just demo testing. And I've got a ton of different charts. I'm watching like 15 different instruments. I'm watching every U.S. stock index. I'm watching gold and oil and some FX. I'm watching everything, and I'm always searching. I'm never doing. I'm just wandering, lost all over the place. Or if I am demo trading, I enter a trade and it's losing, but I'm so focused on that one trade and hoping it will turn around, I'm missing other setups on my other charts. So I'm unfocused and I'm everywhere, but when I get into one trade, I'm only focused there. I'm not seeing the whole picture. I'm all over the place. The sheep is also that one that is so scared of a loss that they're looking for that perfect system that always works 100% of the time. Okay, they're so afraid to lose. They hop from one system to the next system looking for the Holy Grail, and they're focused on winning instead of trading and learning to trade and good risk management. And they don't realize, and they're not mature enough to realize, that there is no such thing as a foolproof, Holy Grail, 100% trading system. It does not exist. It will not exist. That is life. That is trading. That is how it works. Okay? No matter how great of a system you have, even with our IZSS system, it is perfect. No, it's not perfect. It's great. It's a great system, one of the best systems we've ever come up with, we've ever had. Great success, great profitability, but you will have losses. Losses are a part of trading, and that's where good risk management and good stops come in. But sheep don't want to accept that. They want a system that never ever loses, and that's why they spend months and months looking back at charts, because what they want to do is they've got to look at everything. They'll see some good days, and that's great, and then boom, that one loss. Oh, and they're so focused on these charts, looking back months of how could I have avoided that one loss? How could I avoid this one kind of rough day? What can I do can I try something else? Maybe if I add this indicator here, or they feel like they got to know everything before they can do anything. And so they're watching 10 different training courses about 10 different systems and 100 different indicators and thinking, well, I'm going to reinvent the wheel here. I'm going to make this better. What if I grabbed these 4 indicators from this one system and added it onto here, and took these 2 rules from another system and added it on to sharpshooter? Would it have avoided this loss here? And they find some little way to avoid that one loss, and like, ooh, I got it. But then when they use those same rules for everything else, then all these other trades don't quite work out. Oh, and then they're trying to find a way to make that trade, and that's all they ever do. They're watching hundreds of hours of videos. They're tinkering around with everything, okay, and just thinking there's got to be something else I can add on. And it's all because of that one loss or that one bad day, instead of looking at it over the long term. And then the sheep will have like a million different indicators on their charts that seem to somehow in their head make sense to them, because they've spent 3 months adding these things on, and maybe when I see this, I won't do this trade. But they'll still never enter a trade because they're still afraid to do it. And they have so much stuff on this chart, they couldn't even explain it to you. They couldn't explain to you what they really look at for their entry rules, because they don't even know their entry rules. They're not even entering trades. They're just so tinkering and adding and always trying to find something perfect. And they're just focused on, that one loss or that one bad day, therefore they got to fix it. Or they added in something that actually happened to work for them one day, and they made a lot of money that one day using all this random junk, and they're focused on how they can force the market to fit into this little mold that they made for all the other days. And it just doesn't work. And they'll be doing this for months. They'll be doing this for years. Okay? Instead of learning that, yes, there will be bad trades, there will be rough days, but reading the market conditions, knowing the proper strategy, knowing the rules of your system, keeping good risk management, and then where did you end up at the end of the week? Where did you end up at the end of the month? Not just my last trade went against me. Today was not a good day. I have to stop everything. You've got to look at the overall picture, okay? Some sheep will learn the ABCs, meaning they'll understand the entry rules pretty well at times. They do follow the rules pretty well, but they don't learn the 1, 2, 3s. What do I mean by that? Well, they just look at this setup, this was red, this is go. But they don't understand why they're doing that. And not everyone understands that from day one. That's something you learn over time. But they don't learn to actually see the whole picture and read the markets. What's going on with the markets? Is it a high volume day? Do we have a lot going on? Is there news going on out there? Okay, well, I understand iZone sharpshooter. I've got a green zone. This is green, green, green. I just look at green and go. Yeah, it is that simple, but why? Why do we not take longs at red levels? Well, because those are highs. We don't want to buy at the high. We don't want to buy it. Understand it. Over time, really become a student of trading and understand not just the ABC or rules, but also, or the 1, 2, 3 rules, but what is behind it? How does the market work? Grow, okay? Grow and learn. And they're so tunnel vision when it comes to rules of, well, this setup and this setup and this setup, and I took it and I lost. This system's no good. forget it. No. Okay. So is this you? Are you a sheep? A couple people have said, oh man, I hate to say it, but yeah, I might be a sheep. Okay. So that's just in general. How would being a sheep apply to Apex or to iZone sharpshooter? What are some of the mistakes that people would make? How can you identify yourself as an Apex member on this webinar, trading sharpshooter? Oh yeah, I'm a sheep. Well, first of all, thinking that you have to read the entire forum before you can start demo trading. I have to go through every single section and I got to read the entire forum before I can demo trade. Or I have to watch every single one of these courses right here before I can start doing anything. I've got to watch all of these before I can start doing anything. Why would you need to watch all of these or hardly any of these if you're trading this? You don't need to. Well, I've got to watch everything, and I'm always back testing. I spend day and night and weekends replaying, back testing, looking back at months and looking back, but I've never once sat there and actually demo traded going forward to see how it works, to actually demo trade and practice what I would actually be doing live, okay? Or the sheep also, like we just said, instead of looking at profit for their overall week, they're finding that one bad trade or that one bad day where, hey, I took an iZone sharpshooter setup and it went against me. It hit 3 ticks above or below that MVP. It went against me, and or that one day there wasn't a whole lot of I'm stuck on that. Instead of looking at the system overall. What else does a sheep do? Instead of using what I just showed you of, hey, new chart, boom, right here, template, iZone sharpshooter beginner template. All you got to do is select your instrument, fix your bar size, select the chart, and what? Pop the chart up. There it is. You're done. No. What does a sheep do? A sheep finds that one bad day or that one bad trade and says, well, maybe if I go in here into my indicators and maybe if I do something different with this MVP to make it be further or farther apart and change all my colors, and maybe if I go mess with these trend catcher settings, I can get it to plot differently, because I was looking here and I was thinking to myself, hey, the market was up here at an iZone. Okay, look, I got a cyan arrow here telling me heads up. Then I got my confirmation arrow here, and then 3 ticks below that, I got in the trade. Well, man, look at this level. That seems kind of far from the iZone. What if I messed with all the settings and found a way for this arrow to come here so it would get me in here early and I would make so much more money? Ooh, I'm onto something. I'm a genius. And let me just start playing with all these settings. And I know some of you have done it. You know you have, right? And how can I play with this? And how can I play with that? And oh, that'd be great. Man, if I could just get it to get me in a bar earlier. Really? And then what happens? Then you find some trade where you're like, oh, man, but that setting would have got me in too early and I would have gotten stopped out. Oh, man. Well, maybe there's a different setting. And let me play with it. And you're playing and you're playing and you're playing. And guess what's happening while you're playing? You're sitting there going, oh, what's that new notification on Facebook? Oh, someone that got in a trade today with iZone Sharpshooter and bam, made 1,100 bucks. And oh, what's that new forum post? Somebody that popped in a trade on NQ and was up 400 bucks in like 20 minutes. And oh, And the whole time you're going back and forth changing settings, trying to just piece and nitpick every little thing instead of just opening the template, learning the rules, and going. Or you're adding on some other indicator. Well, what if I added this one indicator to here and this to iZone Sharpshooter, and I watched this other training course about how they trade binaries, and there was this one little cool part in there about, you know, whatever. And maybe if I added that, and let me add that and back test that for 3 days. No, not quite. And let me back. They're watching. They're going over and over again. Just back testing, changing and changing. Okay. Have you watched the iZone Sharpshooter training? Are you in the elite room demo trading and asking questions? Did you sign up a week ago for a trial, but you're still only looking backwards at charts and tinkering with them and adding things? Or are you in the room trading? Yes, you need to do some back testing, but you also need to do some forward demo testing. Okay, so are you a sheep? All right, so any of you that find yourself falling into this category, you can identify yourself as a sheep. And sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it. You're like, oh man, I am doing that. And it's good to be able to recognize that and to self-analyze that. Yes, Vim, we are recording this. I'll show you where it's going to be here in just a few. Okay, so that's a sheep. All right, let's move on to the second personality, the pig. And again, none of this is a judgment or to give anybody a hard time. Who is the pig trader? The pig's opposite from the sheep. The pig will do anything. The pig will do anything and they'll jump right into it. You don't have to worry about the pig back testing for 3 months and trying everything new to just work it out just right because they're so scared to risk one dime. That's the scared sheep. The pig's just lazy. Pig will do anything. Pig will go in from day one, from the first trade, and throw live money at it. He doesn't want to test it. He don't want to demo trade it. He doesn't even want to watch all of the videos and fully understand it. He wants to kind of skim through it and think he's got an idea and, ooh, that sounded cool, and go throw money at it. And he'll jump from one thing to the other, and he'll find something that he lucked out on or happened to enter a trade and it happened to win. And he's like, this is great. Next trade, I'm risking my whole account. I'm all in. I'm doing it all, right? He's not keeping good risk management. He saw something on TV, or Uncle Bob told him about something, or the neighbor said something, and he's just into the newest thing. He's going from, you know, the next thing to the next thing, and he'll be up a certain amount of money, and, you know, let's say he's trading binaries. He'll be up $20 or $30 on a trade, but he'll hold it till dark zone just to get a few more dollars and lose the whole thing because he's greedy. He doesn't take his profits. He's not trailing his stops. He might have entered a, you know, great iZone Sharpshooter trade and he's up $500, but the market is starting to come down and it hits that stop loss. But man, I'm just gonna wait and see. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe I can make 700. Maybe I can make 800. Maybe I'm just gonna let it go, not following any rules. All right. He doesn't exit when he's supposed to. Hopes everything will come back. Or he gets in a trade too early, okay? Because he's just like, well, I know that everything's got to line up just right, but I'm going to get in early. Or, ooh, I'm going to get in late. I'm just going to do anything. I'm not going to learn and grow. I know it all. And pigs sometimes can be very cocky and very proud traders. I've seen it all the time. I get it all the time. Oh man, I went to school. I went to college. I've got a degree. I've ran my own business. I don't need to learn from you. I don't need to watch a training course. I have a college degree. I've run a business before. Okay, my name is Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world, billionaire, whatever, trillionaire, whatever he is now. I've ran every company out there, whoever you are. Okay, fine. Sit in front of this computer. Here's a chart. Trade. I don't need help. I'm a billionaire. I'm Bill Gates. Okay, does that mean he can do it? Hey, I'm a brain surgeon. I'm a brain surgeon. I'm 10 times smarter than you could ever be. I operate and cut people open every day. Sit in front of this chart and trade. Not going to tell you anything. Well, no, they don't know what they're doing. I don't care. I don't care how smart you are, what degrees you've had, how much money you make, or what big companies you ran. That doesn't mean you know anything about trading. Because people are too cocky to take the time to watch a video and learn it. And they forget the time and effort they put into learning those skills they already have now that made them successful. They didn't just walk into that. They had to learn. Pigs don't want to. Either I can do it on my own because I don't need you, or they're so lazy that they just don't want to learn and they just want to be told what to do. All right? Pigs are also kind of those people that just love signals. Just send me a signal and I'll just trade it. I want to follow a guru. I just do what they tell me to do. I have no interest in learning on my own. I want to follow a guru instead of become a guru. I want to quit my job, put my financial future, my family's future in the hands of trading, but I don't want to learn how to do it. I just want someone to tell me how to do it. And that's what I'm going to risk my whole life and my family on, is some guy that just tells me, follow me. What happens if that guy doesn't send me a signal today? What happens if that guy gets hit in a car accident tomorrow, God forbid? What happened? Then what? Then what are you going to do? Go on to find something else, right? They don't want to learn for themselves. So how does a pig personality fit into Apex or iZone? Well, the pig didn't do any back testing. The pig didn't do any demo trading. He went straight to live, risking his own live money. He doesn't ask for help. He doesn't ask questions because he doesn't even know what he's doing. He didn't even make it through the system or through the courses long enough to know what question to ask. He's not in the elite room at all. He'll try iZone Sharpshooter live from day one, only have half of it down. He has one bad day or one bad trade. Forget iZone Sharpshooter. I'm going to go jump to Sharpshooter on binaries. And I'm going to go watch. I'm going to go live my first trade. I only kind of halfway watched it. Oh, that one didn't work out, that trade. Well, let me go over to Apex Elite. Let me halfway watch a video, throw some money at that. And then I'm going to go over to C's. I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. I'm not going to focus on anything. I'm not going to learn anything. I'm not going to master anything. I'm going to be a little bit, I'm going to try all, I'm going to halfway watch this, throw live money at it. If it works, oh, cool. Then I'm going to go throw more money, and then oh. But if it don't work for me right out the gate with no effort, then I'm going to jump to something else. And in 3 months, when you talk to that person, they've either lost all their money because they threw all their live money at some random trades, not knowing what they're doing, or they're still going from one to the next because they want it to be perfect. And they had one loss or one bad day on one particular system, so they went to the next thing. They're just like those get-rich people that just want easy results, no effort, no learning, no focus, just press a button and throw money. As opposed to learning something and mastering it. On iZone Sharpshooter, they'll just take any entry. They won't wait. They won't wait for an entry to line up. They'll just say, oh, look, here's, oh, that's green, and that's green, and this is green. Oh, let's just take it, green, green. Okay, well, we're not coming off an iZone. The trend catcher arrows were not lining up. They'll let 4 out of the 5 things line up, or they'll be like, well, everything was green. No, I didn't really pay attention to iZones, but, you know, the stuff was green, and they're just sloppy. They're entering trades too quick. They're entering trades too late. They're not following the rules. Okay? And as soon as something doesn't work out just right for them, they want to go and try something else. So, to recap, the sheep is very scared, never does anything, always testing and always tinkering and adding new stuff on. Scared to risk any money, scared to try. Pigs aren't scared at all, but they're lazy, they won't test, they want it all handed to them, or they don't follow the rules. Okay? Everybody understand those two? So analyze those, see if you fall into one of those. Be able to recognize. Again, guys, this is, you know, maybe it's a little comical, you know, making these analogies with the animal world, but it helps identify where you are, where your weakness is. Self-analysis is always good. Okay. Third personality, the cheetah. Cheetahs are actually, for the most part, overall, fundamentally an okay trader. They might be a decent trader, fundamentally. They've got some understanding of trading. They've got some understanding of the markets. They may even have a little bit of understanding of how to read market conditions, and is it a volatile day and high volume day? Is it a trending day? Is it a choppy day? Like, they might actually have fundamentally some sound understanding of trading. But are they clear? Do they have a clear path? Do they really have ABC and 1, 2, 3 down? Meaning, and a good way to know that is, can you teach others? You know, some people can just look at the market, don't even need a lot of indicators on their charts. They understand how the market works. And in a sense, that does take time to learn, and not something a newbie might just catch on to, because, you know, like, you understand, like, if you're in the elite room and, you know, you're trading some of, you know, Lori's, you know, SE, you know, her C scalps, or you're trading with Marilyn and oil, and she's always talking about, you know, the roads and the stops and the bus drivers and where they're taking you, and that might take some time to learn some of that and see it for yourself. But one of the good ways to be able to know, hey, do I have my system down? Do I really know what I'm doing? Is, can you teach it? Can you tell someone, here's what I'm looking at, when this lines up with this, when this meets this, I enter 3 ticks above that, I trail my stop to here, I get out. Do you have a precise plan? Can you teach it? If you can't teach it, it might be kind of full of some cobwebs in there that you need to clean out and kind of dust it off a little bit. You know what I mean? Can you tell someone else how to do it? Are you consistent? Is there a reason behind your trades, or are you just kind of randomly taking trades? Cheetahs, just like in the animal world, cheetahs are very fast. They can go up to 70 miles an hour. Do you know that? Cheetahs can run, in the wild, cheetahs can run up to 70 miles an hour. But they can't maintain that speed more than 100 yards. They burn out. So cheetahs go incredibly fast. Like I said, fundamentally, decent trader, but they jump in too fast and they burn out. They don't really have long-term goals. They're kind of trading for now. They're trading for the moment. Trading is not a sprint. Trading is a marathon. Trading is long-term. Trading is about thinking long-term and being in trading for long-term. But they will jump into multiple strategies because they get bored. It's different. It's different from a pig. Pig will go from strategy to strategy to strategy because the pig tries one and, I didn't have a great trade or great day. Let me try something else. The pig does it because he didn't want to learn. He just wants something easy handed to him. And he wants a 100% win rate. The cheetah will jump between multiple strategies because they're bored. Or they'll be trying to do 10 different strategies and 10 different systems all at once because they need the speed, they need the excitement, they need a trade now. They have no patience at all, They'll try to get every trade and catch every trade. They just want to, they need action. They're not the type of person to sit there and be patient and wait for the right setup. They need action. They need it now. They want to get as much as they can. They're going to force a trade. If the trade's not quite lining up, doesn't matter. They're going to take it anyway. They're going to take it early. And like I said, they have a decent understanding of all these different systems, but they've never mastered one. So they're a jack of all trades, no pun intended, but a master of none. And instead of taking the time to master one and then add it on, they're doing 10 different things at once. Okay? And then they have a loss and they might react to a loss, so they change something and can mess with the system, and they keep messing it up. And because they're doing 10 different systems at once, they mixed up the rules of one with the other, and you know, but maybe one time that actually worked for them, so they always do that now, so they created their own 11th system that they've added on. They are all over the place. And what will happen is, because they're jumping from one to the other, they're missing good trades. Remember, earlier we said, hey, what if you have a system that supposedly is so great and wins 80% of the time? Well, that means 8 out of the 10 trades win. Well, but you're not taking all 10 trades. You're randomly picking a trade here or there on that chart because you were looking at 10 other charts and missed these trades. So are you getting you only took a few of them? Are you getting the winners? Or are you getting the losers? If 2 out of 10 trades are going to lose, and those just happen to be the 2 that you grabbed off of that chart because you're too busy looking at 12 others, well, your 80% win system just became a what? 200% loser. Or if you took 3 trades off that chart and 2 of them lost, now your 80% win rate system just became a 33% win system, even though it's the same system. Because you're jumping all around, you're not letting the numbers work in your favor. Does that make sense? You don't know if you're grabbing the good ones or the bad ones. You're all over the place, and all of a sudden you're so busy and wanting to do all these different things and speed and excitement, and you're just losing and losing and losing. And next thing you know, a few weeks later, your account's gone, or your account's almost gone, and you're freaking out because you lost all this money. So what do? You freak out, you step back, you pull back, you stop being a cheetah that runs at 70 miles an hour, and you want to sit and stop and lay in the mud like a what? A pig, and say, I need to reanalyze some stuff, and I need to go and do months of testing before I get going again here, and I got to test all these 10 different strategies and systems that I've been doing to figure out what I'm doing wrong, and maybe I need to mix in this system with this. You start as a cheetah, blew it all, burnt out, and then you become a pig, lazy, or no, I'm sorry, then you become a sheep, not pig, I'm sorry, you become a sheep because you're scared, because you lost it all. The cheetah can turn into a sheep because they lost a ton of money, and now they got to figure out what they did wrong, instead of realizing what they did wrong was right in front of them. They want to sit down and figure out, what did I do wrong with all these 10 different strategies, instead of realizing they just answered their own question in that statement of 10 different strategies from day one. Yeah, Jim says, yep, cheetah, been there, done that, lost a bunch, converted to sheep, no question. Abdul says, yep, that was me. Trying 10 different things, lost it all. Then I didn't trade for months because I was back testing like a sheep, scared of everything, scared. We've been there. I've done it too. Not gonna lie, I have done that. I was definitely the cheetah. I never started off as a sheep. I started off as a cheetah, and 2 months later, I was a sheep. We've all been there, done that. So, how do you identify yourself as a cheetah when it comes to IZSS and Apex? How do you know you're a cheetah? Well, you won't focus long enough on just iZone sharpshooter or just iZone sharpshooter trend trading to get it down. You'll watch a quick video and think you got it and throw that on there. Then you'll be adding in others. You'll immediately add in chop trading with eyes on sharpshooter, and you're going to add in swing trading, and you're going to add in seize trading, and you're going to add in the elite pattern trading, and you're going to try these binary systems, and you're going to add in 5-minute binaries and these news trade iron condors, and ooh, that hedging, I'm going to do that. And you'll do all that within like the first couple of days of being with Apex. Because you need to be busy day and night, all morning, all day, all night, all overnight. And you'll add all those things in just a couple of days. Or even in just the first week. And that might sound crazy, but I see people do it all the time. Now, come on, guys, let's just be real. Even if you've been trading for years and you understand markets, you understand NinjaTrader, you understand charts, you understand volume, you understand the market. Even if you've been trading for 10 years and you understand all those things, you still have to understand the system, the entry and exit rules. I don't care how long you've been trading, no one can add all these things in a week and have them mastered, right? I mean, come on, let's just be real. Can anybody realistically do that? Sharp, eyes on trend, eyes on swing, seize, Apex Elite, binaries, learn how the binaries work, 5-minute binaries, hedging, iron condors, learn spread. No. That's going to take a long time to learn all those. But somehow you have it in your head that you have to do all of those, and you got to know all of those before you can start trading one of those. I mean, now that we're talking about it, does that really make sense? I mean, tell me, show of hands here. How many of you have been like, yeah, I'm going to trade someday, but I'm going to learn everything about these binaries and all these different systems so I can do that. Oh, I really like that webinar I saw about spreads. I'm going to learn spreads and how to trend trade those two. Oh, when I saw that one thing about iron condors or spread, I'm going to learn that too. And Lori, that Lori girl, she's always posting these scalps everywhere. I'm going to learn how to do C's, so I've got that too. And Marilyn, the oil queen, I'm going to learn how to be an oil king. And Mandaro and everybody all over Apex in the room loves a sharpshooter. I'm going to do that. And when I get all these mastered, then I can sit down in front of my computer one day and start trading live and have 5 different things I can trade. I'm going to be the trading king. You know what? Let me know. Let me know how that works out for you. Because do you really think 4 months from now when you're trying to learn whatever that you're going to remember everything you learned from the first course? No. So what do? I got to go back and start learning that. 2 years from now, you're going to be doing the same thing. And I know a ton of you have done that, where you think you got to learn them all. And that way you can just go and be busy and be a trading god all day long, right? Again, cheetahs are jack. They try to be a jack of all Apex systems, but an ace of none. They have a basic understanding of all of them, but not mastered one. Therefore, they're not getting any good results from any of them. I see that all the time in our forum. Are people asking me questions of, hey, you know, I've been doing okay with the trend catcher binary 5-minute system, but you know, so last night on the trend catcher binary system, I had a couple good trades on that, like 4 out of 20 or 4 out of 6. But then on binary hunter, you know, I only had this many, and you know, on sharpshooter binary this, and I'll look it up, and they started last week. Like they've been with us for a week. You know? Oh, yeah, that does need to be IZSS and not IXSS, right? Well, the cheetah needs to X a few of these systems out, huh? No, thanks, Aaron, for catching that. But yeah, and I've seen this person's been with us for like a week, and they're trying to trade 3 different binary systems at the same time after a week, and they don't have any of the rules down. So they're doing a good job asking questions in the forum. They even post their screenshots of their charts on all 3 charts going, what did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong on this? Which is great. They're involved. They're socializing. They're asking questions. They're posting their charts. That is great. But the reason they're having to do that on all 3 is because they know a little bit about all 3, but they haven't mastered one. And it's just a waste of time. It's overload. We've got to master one. And they're missing the good trades on one because they're watching all these others. You know, but a lot of times cheetahs don't do that. A lot of times cheetahs, they won't ask for help. They won't hop in the elite room because they don't want to take the time to learn or to ask questions. That's too slow for them. It takes up too much of their time to stop and ask a question or be in a room because they got to watch 15 charts with 15 different systems. Okay? Trying to learn all the different Apex systems. And they just keep trading all day long. They don't stop. Whether they're up, whether they're down, they might be losing money for the day and they just keep losing because they got to make it. They just go and they go and they go. They're a trade junkie. Okay? So are you a cheetah? Yeah, several of you are saying, hey, I've been a cheetah. That was me. I'm a cheetah. And yep, it turned me into a pig or it turned me into a sheep. Yep, exactly. Okay, so we've seen some of these different shortcomings and some of these different personalities. We've seen them in general, and we've also seen how we can apply them to Apex. How can I self-identify? Okay, so far, show of hands. Any questions on those personalities? Anybody say, yep, that was me. I was sheep. I was a pig. Yep. Everybody understand? All right. So, yep. Craig says some of each. Yep. And sometimes that's it. Sometimes we can, and I'll talk about that here in a second. Sometimes we can all be different ones at different times, or even we might even find that we're different ones throughout the day. Man, that trade I was a cheetah. I jumped into that one too quick. That trade I was a sheep. You know, I shouldn't have waited to get in. I should have just followed the rules, right? So, what do we want to be? Let's talk about the lion. King of the jungle, the lion. When you think about the lion or you watch these documentaries online and what do you see? You see the lion just crouched there, sitting there in the tall grass, right on the edge of the woods, just patient, watching and waiting, right? You don't always see the cheetah, you don't always see the lion out there just running head first out into the middle of a herd, just hoping to get something, right? You don't have the lion just sitting back waiting for someone else to go get their meal for them. The lion's patient, crouched, and just waiting for the kill. Waits for the right setup, right? Looks for those young ones in the pack, the stragglers in the pack. Yeah, like a stalker, Mike, exactly. It waits. It's patient in the background, waiting and watching. Okay? The lion is analyzing the markets, watching the markets. He's looking at news. He knows what news is coming out. When he started his trading day, he pulled up the news trading plan to say, all right, before I start my hunt today, my hunt for good trades, what do we have going on with news today? Well, news trading plan. Okay, this news is coming out today. All right, I need to be aware of this. Okay, we've got some earnings reports on NQ and YM. Got it. I'm prepared for my hunt. I need to be aware of those when they come out, that they can move the market. Got some unemployment. Okay, got it. They understand news is coming out or not coming out. That way they're not taken by surprise out of nowhere. They're prepared. They're looking at the full view of the market. Maybe they're learning to read volume. They're really learning about deviation level. They're learning over time, and they're always getting better. They're always becoming a better hunter. They're learning from their mistakes, what they did right or wrong. They understand not just the ABCs, of a system, but the 1, 2, 3. They understand the why of a system. They're not just focused on 1, 2, 3, 4 rules lining up. Over time, they're learning why do I have those rules? Why do I wait for an I zone level to bounce off of? Why am I waiting for all those indicators to turn? Why do I want it to be this way? Yes, I see sometimes if I didn't follow a rule, that particular trade might have worked out. But I know that the higher percentage of the time, when I follow the rules, they work. And here's why. They think outside of the box. They're not lazy like a pig and want everything handed to them. They want to learn. They want to grow. They want to become a better killer. They want to become a better hunter. They want to know how to better take advantage of those hunts and how to exert less energy for those hunts. Therefore, AKA less losses, because I'm learning. I'm learning what to do and not to do. They can think outside the box. They don't need to be spoon-fed 2 + 2 = 4. They understand the spoon. They understand math where they can say, yes, 2 + 2 = 4. 2 × 2 = 4. 3 + 1 also = 4. There's different ways to get there because they understand the ways. They understand it. They're not tunnel vision, just stuck on one little thing. They see the market as a whole. They know there's multiple paths to a destination. They have multiple plays in their playbook. They know and have different strategies for different market conditions, but they started with one, mastered it, hunted it down, made that kill, got the prey. They know how to do that over and over again without a second thought. Then they added on another one, mastered that and learned it. They wait for the trades to line up, just like the hunt. They're not running all over the place and exerting themselves and burning out like a cheetah. They're there, they're crouched, they're waiting for the right setup for them to strike. They're not chasing trades too far out. They're not pushing a trade. The lion is not as fast as the cheetah. He'll wait for it. He won't chase it. He'll wait for it to line up for him. They've got good risk management. They're trading with risk capital, not with rent money. Psychologically and mentally, they're properly prepared and trading properly there. They've mastered a few systems, not dozens, but a few systems in order to handle multiple market conditions. They'll wait to strike till the time is right. But when it's right, they don't hesitate. They're not getting in late. They're not getting in too far. They're getting in. They're waiting for it to line up right, but they know what they're doing. They won't hesitate to enter that trade and to strike. They're not jumping in too early like the pig. They want to learn to become the guru themselves, not to rely on someone else for their trading success. And they don't take on more than they can chew. They don't take on a predator. They don't take on a prey that they cannot take down by themselves. AKA, they're not risking too much. They have good risk management. They're not taking a bigger chunk of their account to risk than what they can handle. Okay? They don't just randomly pick some prey. They don't randomly pick some trade. They pick the right one. They know why they took it. They know what they were looking for. They've got their system down to where it's not cluttered with 10 billion different things that make no sense. They've got it down. It's ABC, 1, 2, 3. There's a reason behind it, and they can teach you. They can explain it to you. I got in here because of this. I'm trailing my stop because of this. I'm getting out because of this. They're always self-analyzing. What could I do better? So what is a lion in the world of Apex and iZone sharpshooter? Well, lions go down the proper Apex path. They choose a target, they choose a prey, and they focus on it. All right, they start and they focus with iZone sharpshooter and iZone sharpshooter only until they catch that prey, until they've mastered that system, until they've got it down, forwards and backwards. They've back tested it. They've done market replay on it. It says don't. This is supposed to be done market replay. Sorry. They've back tested. They've done market replay. They've demoed it. They didn't jump into it live the first day. They did back test it and demo it and market play it and make sure they had it down. They've watched the iZone Sharpshooter training course, and they jumped in and watched that training course on day one. And then maybe they watched it again. And then maybe they've even gone back and watched it again to clarify a question or two. They're jumping in, becoming a student of the business, becoming a student of iZone Sharpshooter. That is supposed to be, yes, do market replay, not don't. Sorry about that, Kristen. They're in the elite room. They've been in the elite room since day one, and they're in it every single day. They're asking questions in the room. They're asking questions in the forum. They're posting their screenshots and charts in the room, asking for feedback. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? I want to master this. They're not scared to ask questions. Some people are scared to ask questions because they don't want to look dumb. Don't be scared to ask questions, okay? Yes, put some time and effort and energy in first on your own to watch the course and understand it so you're not asking the basic questions. But don't be scared to ask questions. Trading is not, some people are scared to look bad in a trade room. I don't want to ask this question because I want to be the cool guy in the room. Are you in trading to look cool in some online room, or are you in trading to learn it and make money? Don't be scared to ask a question. They don't push trades. They're waiting for the proper setup. All right, they're not over here looking at a chart and pushing a trade that wouldn't work out right and that it goes against them. They're waiting for everything to line up perfect, and then they're striking, and they're not hesitating to strike. They're not taking a setup that, well, some of the rules were there, but not all of them, and, well, they're following the rules step by step. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel. They're not trying to go and add in 5 other indicators and try something else and make my own chart. Guys, trading should be a little boring. If you're trading right, trading should be a little bit boring. You should, yes, there's probably a part of you that's tempted to be a cheetah sometimes because, like, man, I want something more. Like, come on, let's go. Been sitting here a little while, let's go. Trading should be a little boring because you're not pushing a trade like that. You're sitting back, poised, waiting. You know exactly what you're looking for. You know exactly the setup rules. You're waiting for it to happen. When it happens, you're not hesitating. You're getting in. You're not trying to get in early on a cyan bar. You're actually waiting for it to have the solid trend catcher bar, and then you're waiting for it to break 3 ticks. You're following the rule. You're sit back, you're waiting, and you're watching, and you're doing it right, waiting for the perfect setup. You're using the pre-made templates in the toolkit. You're not messing with all the settings and tinkering, adding stuff in. You're trying to master what's already been proven to work, not trying to add a million things to it. Lions live in the real world, and they know that there's not a 100% winning Holy Grail system. They know they'll have losses. They accept those losses because they're following the risk management rules. They take the good with the bad, and they know that based on their demo testing they've done, they know that there will be goods and there will be bads, but if they just stick with the rules and be consistent and follow it through, that's what matters. They're not focused on that one loss or that one bad day. They're analyzing trades and always doing better. Most of the time, lion personalities, from day one, they watched the course and got in the room. By day 2, a lot of them were doing some back testing, making sure they had down the rules. And sometimes at the latest, by day 3, these people were in the elite room asking questions, screenshotting charts, and they were demo trading. Because that's all they needed to do. And by the second week, some of them were even live trading already. And they started with iZone Sharpshooter trending, making sure they have those rules down, making sure they understand that. They learned it. They demo traded it. They mastered it in demo. They moved over to live. They mastered it in live. Then they started over the same cycle with the chop trading. Learn it, master it, demo trade it, be profitable, move to live. Then from there, yes, they can add on swing trading or C's or whatever. They're slowly building their book to do it right. But what they're not doing is trying to watch 10 different courses at one time, learn all these other systems, watching just random videos on the site, reading every single forum post, looking at 10 different instruments. They're focused on one. They're treating trading like a business. They take it serious. They wait for the right entries and they take them. Also, this is a big key. Lions understand the importance of investing in education. Even if they're not live trading yet, they know that a $200 a month membership for one more month of demo trading and learning and investing in their future is more than worth it. They understand the value of investing in education. They're looking long term. And they know that the power of trading is in compounding. We know that. Like if you're trading, you're doing one contract now, and let's say you're only trading a little bit a day, you're doing one contract at a time, and you're making $100 a day. Okay, well, some people are like, that's not real exciting for me. I see these big numbers. Okay, well, if you're trading one contract, you're making $100 a day. People are like, well, I don't want to try to make $100 a day. I want to make $1,000. If you can't make $100 a day, you'll never make $1,000 a day. Okay, let me say that again. If you can't make 100 a day, you'll never make 1,000 a day. Trading is all about compounding. Once you master it and you're trading and making $100 a day and you're building your account up and you're successful and profitable, then over time, then you can do 2 contracts every trade. Now $100 a day becomes $200 a day. And after a while, you add on and you do 3 contracts at a time, and then it's 300 a day, and then it's 400 a day, and 5. It grows. Again, you can't be focused on the next 12 minutes or 12 hours. You got to focus on the next 12 months, and you slowly compound. Lions also know not to risk too much, not to make your heart beat too fast, too crazy, and over risk your account. You know, maybe some of you like trading, you know, the Russell TF or trading oil, some of these $10 a tick instruments. Well, if your account can't handle that just yet, look at trading some $5 per tick instruments. Look at YM, look at DX, look at NQ, look at Nadex spreads, $1 a tick, or look at micro or mini FX. You have to have patience and good management. Okay? So, like I said earlier, the reality is that we've all been at least one of these characters at some point, maybe even different ones at different times throughout the day or throughout different trades. But it's just good to have good self-estimation, self-analyzation, to be able to say, hey, all right, we put these characteristics into the terms of the animal kingdom. I can see that. I can understand that. And I've tried to put them directly into the aspect of apex or sharpshooter, so you can say, yep, I have been doing that. That is me. I know what I've done right. I know what I've done wrong. It helps me now moving forward. Every day you're trading, every day you're in a trade. After that trade, self-analyze it. What personality did I just express during that trade? Was I a sheep? Was I a pig? Was I a lion? You know, what was I? Every day when you're taking time to, you know, go through training or you know, go through the website or go, are you getting distracted of, hey, you know, I need to go back and clarify something on the entries of iZone Sharpshooter. I want to watch that video again because I was a little confused. So let me hop on the forum here, or I'll just go here and I need to watch that video again real quick. And intro to various, what is that? Oh, well, that sounds cool about options. Let me search options and let me look at options online and what were some of these other, and let me watch this course and, oh, butterfly, oh, that's cool. And well, then I need to learn about this. And 10 days later, you're still watching some other video and you heard something cool in that video, made you watch another video and you never went to where you needed to go to get that one question answered to master that system, to master that entry or exit question. Okay? So guys, I know we went a little long here, and for some of you, you might have heard this before. It might be a little elementary to you. This is something I see all the time. We have over 16,000 members. We have our trade rooms. We have our live chats. We have our help desk. We have our forum. We do webinars. I see this all the time of people coming to our site. And granted, there's a ton of info on there. There's all these different courses. What do you do? Well, you know what? If you're an iZone sharpshooter trader, which if you're trading stocks, CFDs, Forex, futures, Nadex spreads, we're even, we're even doing some Nadex binary trading on iZone sharpshooter. That's where you need to go right now. That's where you need to be right now. And what do you need to do? Well, if you're brand new, get a membership or a trial. You can try it out for 2 weeks for $7. Get in the elite room. See what's going on in the elite room. Charts are posted in the elite room. People are trading these systems in the elite room. They're answering questions in there. You can ask questions in there. Go right here. Again, there's already iZone sharpshooter charts posted in the room. You could jump in and see them in the room. You don't have to set up NinjaTrader on your own from day one. You can if you want, but you don't have to. The charts are already in the room. So what is it you want to do? Watch the iZone sharpshooter training course. Watch this course and this course only for now. If you're a futures trader or a Forex trader or whatever, you don't need to go and watch 10 other videos. If you're trading Nadex spreads, watch the iZone sharpshooter training course. It goes through, the very first video is a, like I said, kind of a get started quick video. All right, from there, watch the entry and exit videos. If you're trading right here, it goes through swing trading. If you're trading spreads, these next few videos are about spreads. And then what do you need to do after that? You've watched iZone sharpshooter. You know how it works. You know you're going to trade Forex or futures or spreads or whatever. Demo trade. Start demo trading it. Be in the room where the charts are or get your own chart. Start demo trading it. I'm trading sharpshooter. I know whether I'm trading stocks, futures, Forex, spreads. I've got that. I'm in the room. I'm demo trading it in the room. I'm demo trading it in just a couple of days. Not, well, since I am trading spreads with iZone sharpshooter, maybe I should go through the forum and watch every single video I can about spreads and every single video about all the different ways to trade spreads and what is an iron condor and what is it. You don't need any of that. You need exactly what's listed right here in the course. Here's a way to trade spreads. Here's how spreads work. What's the easiest way to do them? It's even titled that right there. Look, if you're trading spreads, how to use a spread scanner. Boom. Spreads, misconception, and training. Boom. You know what to trade. Simple method to choose a Nadex spread. Boom. Well, I have a really small account. Small account method to trade Nadex spreads with iZone sharpshooter. It's all right here. Well, how do I submit my order scanner? It's right there. You don't need to go all over the site watching 10 million different things. Everything you need is right there. That's what the lion does. Stays on the path. You don't need to go watch hundreds and hundreds of hours of education on everything to do with Nadex, everything to do with spreads, everything to do with the scanner, everything to do with iZones, and it's all right here. And especially for those of you that are on your trials, that you've paid $7 to have a 14-day trial. Okay, you've got 14 days. All right, all of the videos and courses and webinars, that's all free. You can watch that as a free member anytime. You could have been watching that for months, but now you paid $7. You have a 14-day trial. Focus on what you're paid your trial for. iZone sharpshooter. Watch the course. Get in the room. Demo trade it. That should take less than 48 hours. That should take less than 1 or 2 days of your 14 days. You should still have another 12 days of your trial. You should have 12 days of your trial that you are literally demo trading this, practice testing it, asking questions on it. I know some of you, just after a few days, have gone to live during your trial. That's great, because you should be only focused on one thing. Don't be overwhelmed with everything that's out there. You don't need to know everything to do anything. You just need to do one thing, and that's start there. And don't get distracted, okay? A couple of you have asked, okay, hey, I was on this webinar late, where will it be? All right, if you're here on the Apex website, right here under Help Desk and Forum, right here, Trading Questions Forum, the second one down, if you click that, you scroll down towards the bottom, it will say Watch Webinars here. I'll have it posted right here under the newest webinar section, okay? Give me about an hour or so, and I should have it up there in about an hour, okay? Let me just look here at a couple questions. John Houston says, regarding 3 ticks above, below, in a few instances you mentioned from the close, but I've been working with from the high or low, which is more correct. Okay, John, just quick clarification there. All right, let's just look at a setup right here, for example, okay? Market was coming down to this green eye zone, right? At the close of this bar, okay? Notice this bar right here, John. When this bar closed, we had a potential cyan, right? We had a cyan, a potential. But we still had a red trend band, and we still had red trend flip, right? Well, when this bar starts to form and the market pops up, we get our green trend catcher arrow, right? Confirming direction. But we don't know until the close of this bar. When this bar closes and this new bar starts, we don't know till the close of this bar that the trend flip flips or the trend bands flip, right? Because at the close of this bar, everything was still red. At the close of this bar is when we know it all turned green, okay? So your real question, though, is, okay, this bar has closed and this bar has started. Do I enter when the market gets 3 ticks? If I'm going long, do I enter when it gets 3 ticks above the close of the bar or the high or low of the bar? This is probably not a good example to answer your question, but I do get your question. You would want it to be the high or low, not just the close, because you want it to break. The reason we wait 3 ticks to enter is not just because, let's just randomly say get in 3 ticks later. It's because we want to see that the market is still going our direction. It's just another confirmation that it's going that way, okay? So yes, it's 3 ticks above or below the high or low, not just the close, okay? Just to give a quick example, John, and this is, see this right here? See this bar? Okay, or no, not even that one. Let me see if I can find one that may answer your question better, but does that make sense? It's the high or low. Do we set up working orders once 3 ticks are surpassed, or do we instant order it sometime? I mean, you can set up a working order 3 ticks higher, Walter, or you can just enter it, okay? Okay, Guy says, does it have to be the first bar after the green or red arrow? No, it can be up to 5 bars, okay? For example, let's see here. Oh, that wasn't a, let me see if I can find one, Guy, to show you here. Yeah, it does not have to be on the next bar. It does not have to break it in 3 ticks on the next bar. Okay, you can do up to 5 bars. Let me see if I can find an example here. Those were all pretty good setups. Those all took off right away there. What is this? Let me look at YM real quick here today. Let's see. Okay, here we go. See this right here? We're coming up green eye zone, right? Right here we've got a setup. Okay. So everything's green. Trend flip, trend bands, trend R is green, green arrow. So right here, 211, so we wouldn't enter until what? 214. See how this bar did not quite hit 3 ticks? Right? Everybody see that? So when this bar closed, everything's confirmed for an entry. So we'd want to enter 3 ticks above the high of this bar. See, the high of that bar was 16,211. So we wouldn't enter till what? 16,214. Well, look at 14. Did that next bar quite get 14? No, it didn't. But here, 3 bars later, it did. You could enter. Okay? Does that make sense? Jay, not sure what you mean about being a red bar. Yes, this is a red bar, but look, the trend R is above 0. The trend R is the new addition, Jay, to the iZone sharpshooter system. That's why you need to check out those videos, the whole new system. This bar is red, but doesn't matter because the trend R overrides it and gives us an entry there. Okay? So definitely check that out. Let's see here. Let me check, see if there's any other questions. Jay, I don't know what you mean by a yellow bar. Yeah, definitely need to check out the video because, let me see if I can find that trade again here. Okay, even on this, for example, here, everything's set up for going short. But see this bar, the bar color was not red, it's still orange, but we can still take it because the trend R was below the 0 line. Doesn't matter if it's yellow or red or any color, as long as the trend R is below instead of above, it overrides that bar color and we can take the trade. Okay? Doesn't matter what color it is. Okay? Doesn't matter what color the trend R color is. And it doesn't, if the trend R is below 0, it does not matter at all what color this bar is. Or if this bar is red and everything lines up like normal, we can take it. Okay? Mike, this red line right here, that's an ice zone. Okay? That's an ice level. IC is the ice indicator there. Okay? Abdul, yeah, I'd recommend learning iZone sharpshooter trend and chop, and then adding on swings. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, Scott, we're looking into that to see. It does not matter what color the trend R is. Just see right here. Does not matter what color it is. Doesn't matter if it's yellow or red. If it's below the 0 line, it's yellow. Or if it's below the 0 line, it's good to go short. If it's above, it's good to go long. Doesn't matter whether it's dark red or darker red, it does not matter. Okay? Let's see here. Just checking through a few questions here. I think we got most of these answered as we went through. Let's see. Yep, Mike, exactly. Mike says, hey, I had a bad day yesterday with IZSS and it caused me not to trade them today when there were some great trades. Exactly. And that's what we're talking about, Mike, is you can't look at one bad trade or one rough day and have it keep you out, or your numbers don't work like that, you know? And yeah, Larry says, I've been one of those animals at one time or another. Let's see here. Yeah, David, we haven't released Alchemy yet. We'll get into that when that comes out. Eric, no set rules for re-entry at this time. We can look at that though. That's my thought, my question. Do we set up? Yep, Walter, yep, you can set up the working order or you can just enter it manually when it reaches 3 ticks. Walter, yeah, I would not recommend these on 5-minute binaries. I don't recommend IZSS for 5-minute binaries. Let's see here. Ashif, Trendar has to be above 0 on a buy. What if it shows below 0? No, basically when you have everything setting up and you've got your trend catcher arrow, okay, either this bar has to be red to confirm that down, or this has to be below. They don't have to both be, but one or the other has to be, okay? If this has to be a red bar to go short. If it's not red, then this has to be under the 0 line in order to take that, okay? If that makes sense, it's one or the other there. I'm trying to Osman, in Ninja, you're trying to set possible instruments. Where can I find a chart listing of instruments? Well, if you're a Ninja trader and you just go right here to Tools, Instrument Manager, you can type in the name or description of any instrument you're looking for and search it. It'll pop right up. Okay, and then you can select it there. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, you can look at, absolutely, yeah. Walter, you could look at 20 minutes. I mean, I recommend spreads, but yeah, you can look at 20-minute binaries as well. No, Jim, there's no exit rules or change of trend to take profit. The exit rules are with the MVP. Okay, we use the MVP or the trend flip to trail, and that's all in the it's all in the step-by-step courses there. Target rules, Jim. There's no actual target rules. We're just trailing there with the MVP or the some people use the trend flip because it's a little closer. So, all right, guys, we've gone quite a bit over here. I'm going to go ahead and shut us down. I'll get this recording up here for you in a little bit. I hope this helped. I hope this helps you with some self-analyzation to say, hey, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What do I need to be doing? But I just want to reinforce that to you guys, those of you that are using the iZone Sharpshooter. Stay focused on the iZone Sharpshooter and watch the video and rewatch the video, okay? If you have any questions, ask them in the room. It's all right there, okay? Get Ninja or use the charts in the room, watch the training course, hop in the room, start demo trading, and that's it. That's it. That's what you've got to do there, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to shut us down. I hope everybody has a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow in the trading rooms, and I'll get this recording up for you here in a bit. Have a great one. I appreciate you being on. All right, thank you too.